What's the biggest accomplishment as far as your wrestling career on the wrestling thing? Would it be the Tokyo Dome main event? Would it be the Nagata match? I feel like the New Japan main event. I mean, pretty high up there. It's got to be.
Yeah, but no. My greatest
Oh,
accomplishment is Bloodsport Bushido in Yoku Kokugi-Kon. That is it. Um, and perhaps all the people that I've trained. Those are my greatest accomplishments.
who is on the list? I know Shayna Baszler, but who else? Maybe it's people like I wouldn't even realize that you had a hand in.
Trained Andy Williams, the Butcher from AEW. In fact, I was trying to get him to come with me to wrestle in IGF. And he had
Wow.
done some pro wrestling training for a while. He wrestled in high school. He'd been in plenty of street fights. And I was just like, he's a big wrestling. He still is, I'm sure, a huge wrestling fan. But he was such a big wrestling fan, me as well. So we chat about it all the time. And I'd say, why don't you get in the ring? And he'd get put up to do like these run-ins or this or that, little small um, appearances of sorts. I said, look, man, you got to get in the ring and wrestle. And he'd always go, I just want to get one match and then call it good. And I'm like, no, that's the wrong. No, 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 no. If you think you're going to get in the ring just one time and be done with it, I will literally fucking grab you and drag your ass back into a ring and beat the shit out of you just so that you
Yeah.
have more than one match and insist you keep going, because doing it once will never be enough, especially if you go out there and you really go out and you can be in your own in that ring and work a match. You're not going to be satisfied with one. You're going to want to do more and more and more. And there are times where I'd have like him and Roderick Strong all training in a cage with me and doing wall stuff and doing other things, submission wrestling. And, it turned out at some point that he loved it enough to be a part of, to sign up with AEW, things of that nature. I've trained JR Kratos, uh, Tim Thatcher, Jeff Cobb. I've worked quite a bit with. He's going by Axel Wolf now, but he was in NXT as God. What did they call him over there? Axel. Anyways, the real name's Axel Tischer. I've worked with him as
Yeah.
well. I've worked a little bit with Gunther in the past. I've worked with Jonah. Uh, in Japan, I am one of the. I've been brought on as a part of the coaching staff for the young lions and the young guys in the gym, stepping in at the New Japan Dojo. Um, I've worked with Shinsuke Nakamura and trained him in the past, and I've trained Tanahashi and Toru Yano and a lot of different guys. I've had my hands in working with them, if only just showing them catch as catch can, but also some people with stuff in regards to professional wrestling. And I've been had the fortunate life to have people like Chono and Nagata and Liger work a ton with me. Christopher Daniels worked with me, Mike Barton and Scott Norton, and tried at Perry Saturn as my first tag partner, and to get every bit of information that I could from every single veteran that I got to be around, and just to always pick their brains to try and understand why they did what it was the way they did it, and who taught them, why they teach you. It was anything I could get from them, and of course, we've got Marina Shafir, who I've worked with quite a bit. And, even though it seems like we're constant rivals in the ring, me and John Moxley have spent a lot of time on the mats together.